Hello and welcome to Nanopod, a podcast dedicated to the fantastic manga written by A. Yazawa. I'm Crystal, and I'm joined by my best girl Kirsten as we dissect this manga, discussing everything from the emotions, the cultural impact, as well as any headcanons that might be floating around in our brains. With this podcast, we hope to preserve a shoujo staple that sadly hasn't been talked about in a very long time. So come with us. We're waiting for you in apartment 707.
Hello, Craig.
Hello, Craig.
How are you?
I'm a bear.
I'm a bear and I'm not real.
I'm a bear. I'm not real. He can't be our pet.
I wish he could kind of be our pet, even though his animation is not cute.
No,
We're on a new volume this week,
we are.
and I'm pretty sleepy. I
Same.
just realized sitting here. I've been up since 5:30 though.
Ugh. No.
I know. It's today Tuesday?
Yes.
It's my second official day of vacation.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm going to turn off my alarms. I'm going to sleep in. I'm going to be so cool because I don't have to do stuff except for school. And then my body was like, hi, it's 5 in the morning. What are you doing? You should be awake.
The
And then
time
I
is
was like,
5.
I don't want to be awake. And then I was up until like 10. And then I took a little nap. And it wasn't enough of a nap, allegedly.
Yeah.
So, I'm just over here getting up earlier than I do on my work days.
Mm-hmm.
Not being allowed to have vacation because I'm getting old. But I've done packing.
Oh, that's good.
Aside from books and like pens and you know stuff I'm using
Mm-hmm.
and my computer.
Yeah.
But I have a blanket and my suitcase all put together.
Yeah.
And I have my little bag set out for my laptop and my other stuff. So I'm pretty ready to go.
Good.
Yeah. But we are on a new volume. I know that I said that. I'm saying it again. We're on a new volume. I have a little intro that says special notes thanking the scanlators at Takoyaki Scanlations, which we wish still existed.
Yeah.
Um, I know. And like, just know that all this time later, we appreciate you.
We do. Thank you.
And they're still having the contest. I feel like we should do this contest.
Yeah. Remind me what it was because it's been a minute.
It's the Tokiyaki's Nana contest. And I don't know what you win, and it's really, really small. Let's see if I can make it bigger. There we go. I made it bigger. Okay. So the contests are wallpaper challenge, coloring challenge, and mix challenge. As a treat and big thank you to all the Nana fans that supported Takoyakis, we're holding a Christmas time Nana contest. Note, contest entries does not have to be Christmas related at all. The deadline for all 3 of the challenges is December 20th, 2005.
A long time ago.
A long time ago. That was before Finn was born.
Oh no.
I know. Late entries will not be accepted. You can enter in both or just one of the contests. Details are listed below. It's,
Ooh.
there's a lot to this. Oh, wow, they had a Gmail. Oh, I guess that's about right. It's about when I got my first Gmail.
Oh yeah, I didn't get Gmail until very recently.
I got my Gmail as soon as I could.
Nah. AOL for the longest time.
And I had Yahoo before that.
Oh, Yahoo.
Yahoo! Let's see. View already Oh, View already entered entries in www.nana. Oh, I know that website. It still is up and running. And but it's really hard to navigate because I don't think they updated it anymore.
Mm.
But that's where I get the schematics for like the places to build.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, guys. That's useful.
It is useful.
Mm.
Um, I have hiccups.
That was me a while ago. Like,
Don't
no,
want I don't want them. I had
don't want.
pizza, so they're
Yum.
pizza hiccups.
Pizza cups.
Pizza cups. Oh, a pizza cup. That'd be fun to make. I could make a pizza cup.
You should. Be
Some white lady
delicious.
shit. I'm so into it. So you like probably get like I don't know, get like a little dough, right? Get
Mm-hmm.
some dough, and then in cupcake cups.
Yeah.
And then you just put the dough in the cupcake cup, and then you put the fillings in there, and then you bake
Mm.
it. And it's a little cup of pizza.
It's a cup of pizza. It's like a open face hot pocket.
It is an open face hot pocket. But yeah, so it's the Dear Nana website. And like
Mm-hmm.
this thing has been around forever. I used to look at this back in the day. Last time it was updated was June 30th, 2008.
Oh no.
I don't know how it's still running, but I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I do appreciate it. But it's got like cast, news, Nana gallery, facts, downloads, lyrics, search forum, random stuff, miscellaneous gallery, links, and products. And there's like this girl, and I don't know who the girl is, but like she's there. Um, and like I guess she's kind of like dressed in the right style. I don't really know. She's wearing very pointy pink shoes. Um, and like, it's got all these little posts and stuff. And like it used to like tell you, things Nana news. Nana news.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like May 25th, 2008, Nana breaks record. Nana Volume 19 breaks 2008 sales record, 780,000 copies in 1 week.
Dang.
Mm-hmm. Relationship over. Sunday, May 25th, 2008. Mika Nakashima and Masatoshi Nagase ends their relationship. Translated by Tokyo Graph. And that was the girl who played Nana and is the guy who plays Ren.
Oh.
I don't think so, but it's the girl who plays Nana. Yep. And then Anna's ex-husband dies. I don't know who Anna is,
I don't know.
but it's all the actors and actresses that were in the Nana movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't have anything posted that doesn't relate to Nana somehow. But yeah,
Consistency's nice.
but it's a pretty good archive. It says Nana is created by Ayazawa. Copyright 2000 by Suishia BG, patterned by Squid Fingers. Nana-nana.net, designed by and created by Lisa Lamb. April 2005. So they
Mm,
ran it for 3 years.
they did.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then somebody still pays for the website to be up. Somebody still pays for the domain,
Which is also nice. And, because
right?
so many of mine, I think they went down in like 2013 and I have to Wayback Machine all of my Sailor Moon websites.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it does cost money, so like they pay for it, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we could probably get to the chapter. I'm just
Yeah.
talking.
It's fine. Do you want to start?
I can start. I
Cool.
have a Japanese cover of Nana Volume 11. Volume 11, Chapter 37. Ribbon mascot comics for Cookie. And it's Hachi. holding popcorn, and then Nana is at the concession stand, and this looks like a very, very utopian scholastic movie theater right here.
Right?
It does. It does.
Yeah. Like, where's
And
the
then,
attendant?
right? Like with the little funny round light thing with the little round circles on it, and like, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, empty movie theaters are very utopian scholastic. And then Shoji's on the back. I don't know why. Shoji's been canceled.
Joji's been canceled.
And then the first page is Nobu feeding Nana cake.
Mm-hmm.
Nana's like laying on his lap, and it's the like a probably the blast cake has strawberries on it. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not colored. And then there's a synopsis. It says synopsis. On the train to Tokyo, Nana and Hachi crossed paths without knowing. Both of them, opposite in background and character, had been brought together by fate again, and now lived in the same apartment. To get Hachi back from Takumi and beat Trap Nest, Nana's fighting spirit was high. Blast, with only a temporary contract with Gaia, suddenly became famous because news of Nana and Ren's relationship got out. Gaia then decided to let them make their debut. The hot gossip about Nana and Ren caused Hachi to look out for news for them on the television worriedly. At this time, Hachi got a message from Nana. As they had to make their debut and also record their album, Blast was forced to stay in the mountains for rehearsals. On the other end, because Trap Nest went to England, Hachi decided to return to her parents' home for a short stay. It was a surprise for her when Takumi showed up with a multitude of presents and an engagement ring. And then I have a color picture of like it's like a lake with trees and it's a starry, starry night.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like purples and blues and blacks. It's really pretty.
Hmm.
And it says, I don't want to think about it. Avoiding the problem that had existed all along, at last. I had no choice but to face it. And then we have a color picture of Nana and Ren making out.
Yeah.
And they're like airbrushed.
Mm-hmm.
But like their hair is flat, her dress is flat, the couch is flat, but they're like airbrushed, like
Mm-hmm.
flesh colored.
Burnished. Yeah.
And then there's like, suburban neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then you can, oh, is this their camp? This must be their camp.
Yeah, this is like their
As in, yeah. And you can
mountain
go for
getaway.
it.
Okay.
It's Shin in his
It's
bed.
Shin. He's in his bed. And there's says password and it's blank. There's a click, 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 and there's a chirp outside. And then it says, it's Rira in the box because he's logging into his email.
Yeah, it replied.
Yeah. She gave a reply. And then like this opening's kind of interesting because it just, you know, we're here with Shin, and then all of a sudden we're at the hotel with Hachi and Takumi, and he's asleep. And she looks over and she gives him a little smile because Hachi's awake. And she's thinking, ugh, why does being preggers make you so damn tired? I just want to sleep forever. Just fair. I don't know. Were you tired when you were pregnant?
Really? I'm sure I was.
Yeah,
But I slept a lot anyway.
fair.
I just slept a lot in general. 'Cause I
Mm,
liked sleeping,
sleeping's great.
right?
Oh. So she picks
But
up
I
her
didn't
phone.
really
It
think
says,
about it. But also I was young. So like, I don't know.
mm,
She's young too, but she's like, yeah, no. She's like a year older, not even a year older than me.
yeah, at the time.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were. Oh, Hachi and I were the same age when we had our babies. In the same year, Finn was born in the beginning of 2006. Hachi and I were pregnant together, bitches.
Nice. Was it also the Demon Lord?
I mean, we did introduce Finn as the Antichrist a lot.
Fair.
and like would tell people that he was going to be, the first dictator of the United States of America.
Also fair.
So, we bred him for it. Get ready. Finn for Optimus Prime Minister 2020, 2030 something.
2030 something. I do it. I'd be like,
I would
yes.
too. I would vote for Finn. I would
I'd vote for Finn.
absolutely vote for Finn. He would be good at it.
Right? Like, sweet boy, just take it over.
Yeah, he is a sweet boy. And he's very like methodical and like thoughtful.
Mm-hmm.
He probably wouldn't want to do it. Probably raise him
No,
too
it's true.
good.
But yeah, she picks up her phone and it says, "You have one new message." And she's like, "Huh?" And then it goes beep. And it's from Nobu. And her eyes get real big. And then her heart goes thump. And she's blushing. And she looks over at Takumi, but he's still asleep. So she gets up quietly, goes to the bathroom. There's a click. She closes the door. And she looks at her phone. It says, "From Nobu, how are you?" And then she goes click and she reads his email. It says, "I really want to talk to you, even just once. Is that possible? I'll wait for your reply." And she like holds her phone and is all like, "Oh, Nobu."
Because she does love him, guys. You can
Mm-hmm.
love more than one person. Okay, we've said since day one, Hashi needs to be in a triad.
Mm-hmm.
She needs both Takumi and Nobu in her life.
This is true. But we have a scene change.
We have a scene change and it's Nobu, and he's looking at his phone and it says no new messages. And he looks kind of, I don't know, sad. And then he's sitting on the floor with his guitar, and Shin walks in and says, "Nobu, Yasu said that lunch is ready. It's mushrooms pasta." And Nobu's like, "Sounds delicious. Yasu's cooking is the best." And Shin is like, "Whose message are you waiting for?" And Nobu's eyes open.
Mm-hmm.
And Shin is like, "You've been checking your inbox since this morning." Nobu's like, "That's because the reception isn't great here." "Of course, I'll mind that. Usually, you leave your phone in your room, but today you're bringing it with you everywhere you go." And Nobu looks distressed and he's like, "Shin, you should stop that habit of noticing what people." Is it rude that people are paying attention to people they care about? Like, is it really rude, or are you just like trying to say stop calling me out?
Yep, that's it. I'm like, Shin's just perceptive. Just
Right? Right? So shit is like, "I'm sorry, but it's so easy for me to see through you. I don't even need to pay close attention to what you're doing." Oh my god. What part's rude now, Nobu?
right.
He just called you a simple creature. Nobu's like, "You can't know what I'm thinking that easily." And Shin's like, "But I do. The
Mm.
starry night sky here is dangerous. If you look hard at it long enough, it seems like I can just reach out and touch it." See, okay, Shin, I gotta talk to you about that. I got words.
Oh yeah.
Because when the night sky is like super clear and super big, I don't want to reach out and try to touch it because I'm afraid that I'm gonna fall into it.
Oh no.
Yeah. Like
Understandable.
gravity just go bloop and I just fall out into space. I just fall up into the air.
Ooh.
So why would I want to reach and touch it?
I think he's making some sort of metaphor, like,
He is. No, he's deep,
reach,
okay?
reach for the
He's being
stars.
really sweet and really deep and really lovely. I'm just saying, Shin, okay?
Don't touch the sky.
Don't touch the sky.
Don't
We
do it.
need you. We need you, okay? So it says the
Yes.
starry night sky here is dangerous. Look, uh, if I look hard at it long enough, seems like I can reach out and touch it, as though all my wishes could come true. You also don't want to touch the stars because A, they're gigantic. B, before you can even touch it, it'll burn you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Okay. And they might be exploding. They're
Right?
dead anyway. The stars are dead. That's why we can see them.
Mm.
So the ancestors. Um, so then Nobu looks at him and Shin is just and he says chirp chirp chirp. I don't know if that sound is because there's actually birds or if like it's meant to say it's silently awkward.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of both.
Maybe.
And so Shin looks shocked and he's like, they're flying quicker than mushrooms. What are the stars?
Stars.
The stars. And then Nobu's like, mushrooms don't fly. It's like, what kind of mushrooms are they, boys?
That's funny because in my version, that's exactly what Nobu asks him. He's like, "What mushrooms are you talking about?"
Oh goodness. Oh goodness. And so now Shin is laughing and we have like narration and it says, Shin, thank you for your email. Oh, this is the email from Rura. Shin,
Mhm.
thank you for your email. The last time I saw so many stars was a long time ago. When I close my eyes, all I see now is only the Milky Way of artificial city lights because I've always felt that I was just one of the lights shining in the cosmic Milky Way. Shin, your words have saved me once again. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And we have a scene change, and I'm so excited for this scene change.
Yeah, same because I like this scene.
Me too.
It's so it's Nami and she's holding a cup of tea and it's going rattle 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 rattle.
It's shaking like really bad and spilling.
Mhm. And Hachi Nana has like a sweat drop, and her and Takumi have the dot dot dots as they're just watching this teacup as it's rattling along. And then Nami puts it down with a clank. And then all of them, Nami and the older sister whose name I'm forgetting, and Hachi and Takumi are all like, phew, she didn't spill it. And Takumi turns to her and he's like, "Thank you, Nami. Heart, you're so tan. Is it fake and bake?"
Oh
She's
God.
right. I'm like, I don't think he
No,
would.
he says you're really tan. Tanning salon?
She says, "Yes. No. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just nervous. I've been a super fan since the beginning." And Hachi just jumps up and she's like, "You were?" And Takumi's over there looking very satisfied. And he's like, "Please don't be. Lip service, heart." Oh no.
It says in mine, what the hell am I saying? I'm sorry, I was too nervous. I've been a fan of Trap Nest since their debut. And Nana's like, really? Like shocked, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Takumi is like, you don't have to think about it too much. And then it just says flattered above his head. Like no lip service.
Of course he's flattered. But
Right.
it
Yeah, it's still a compliment.
uh-huh. In the other room though is Hachi's mom and dad. And the mom says, "Daddy, you don't have to wear a tie. Just get out there." He says, "This tie's obnoxious." And she says, "Whatever, just hurry up." He says, "It's my fatherly pride." And there's a creak. And the older sister says, "Well, here they are." Heart and Nami's in the back just giggling, and her heart is all thumping. And Hachi's mom says, "I'm sorry for making you wait." And Hachi's dad is trying to look very, I don't know, intimidating.
Kind of smug. Like he doesn't I don't think he's trying to look intimidating. I think he's trying to size him up.
Mm. He says, "Look dignified." And Takumi looks over and he stands and he says, "Hello, hello, I'm Takumi Ichinos. It's so nice to meet you." And well, it says jump. And then her dad says, "Whoa, you're huge. How tall are you?" And Hachi says, "He's 6'1". And her dad says, I didn't ask you. Stop babbling." And there's a plop as he sits down and Hachi's glaring at him. And Takumi's like, "I'm sorry I couldn't come meet you sooner. I brought you
Well,
some
see, in
soup."
mine it says they're staring at each other.
Oh, are they?
He sits down and it says stare, and then above her it says unhappy.
Because he told her to shut up.
Well, yeah, he says, I wasn't talking to you. He says you're acting like you're so into him. I mean, yeah,
Yeah. Be weird if she wasn't.
right? Yeah, then
So
that should be concerning.
right? That so Takumi's looking over at, the sisters. He's like, "I'm sorry I couldn't come meet you sooner. I brought you some souvenirs from the UK. The only thing that's really British is the tea, though." And the older sister says, "Oh dear, so many." And Nami says, "What is it? What is it?" And then she's like,
Does it say British in
"Yeah.
yours?
Yep."
That's not correct. Okay, kids. Okay, kids. This is a mistake that I still make today because Americans are stupid. Um, Great Britain and England are not the same thing. English and British are not the same. That's
Well,
all.
you know, the only thing European is the tea? I don't know.
Though it says in mine, here are some souvenirs from England, but the only thing that is purely from England is the black tea.
Ah, fair. So now Nami is happy squealing because she has a Viviana Westwood bag.
It's a
And
Louis Vuitton in mine.
oh, is it Louis Vuitton?
Yeah.
Is it Louis Vuitton in mine?
It's
Oh
the
no,
round. It's
it's
like a
Louis
cylinder
Vuitton.
bag. Yeah.
Yeah, I lied. It's Louis Vuitton. Um, and she's like, "Yay! Thank you, big bro. I'll be your loyal sister for life." And the older sister has like a it's like a shawl, and she says,
Sure.
"It's
Yeah.
yeah." She said, It's so soft, heart." And the mom has, I think it's a pearl necklace, and she
Yeah.
says, "It's beautiful. Your father never buys me things like this." And he says, "Hmm." And he's holding a watch. And he's like, "Well, you seem to be loaded. Do celebrities really make that much money, Mr. Ichinos?"
My
And
God, he's so rude in yours. He says you're
there's
very generous in mine. Is the pay high for an artist, Ichino-san? Yeah, like he's so rude in yours.
ah, Viz Media. Takumi's like, "It depends." And the father says, "You gotta be pretty popular to make money." And Takumi says, "You're right." Then her dad says, "But is it enough to support my daughter and her child for life?" And he's thinking, he seems pretty crafty. And Takumi says, "You have nothing to worry about. I may look like a celebrity, but I'm all business." And in the back, it's the mom is like, "Let's make some tea." And Nami's like, "Louis Vuitton. It's like a dream." And he's like, "A band is difficult to maintain, even without the issue of popularity. Of course, I'd like to be in this band forever, but there's so many factors and variables involved that aren't just up to me." And Nana is, well, Hachi's looking at him just like, "Oh,"
Oh.
like never occurred to her before. And then we have like kind of a
Narration.
narration skyline. It's still Rira's email back to Shen.
England.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
And she
Big
said,
Ben.
"It's Big Ben, yeah." It says, "I wore a wedding dress for the video promo shoot. It's for a song about a woman who never marries. Our handlers don't get it at all." She's got like a little ugh face. Says, "But they told me that I don't get it, and that's why it's sad, but good."
They say
Uh,
handlers?
mm-hmm.
That's weird.
Well, it's like it's the people that like her assistant and stuff. They call them handlers in mine,
Oh.
which is actually kind of an
They
American
don't
thing
even like
because they.
mention it. Well, yeah, handlers are often used in a lot of like QAnon propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
In mine it says today while filming the new MTV, I got to wear a wedding dress. The song is about a woman who couldn't get married. I think the people who thought up the idea were quite dumb with a squid face, an angry
So
squid face.
dumb.
And then, but they said it would seem more tragic that way, and said that I was the dumb one.
Poor Rira.
I know. And then it goes on to
Hmm.
say we have a scene change. There's like cards laid out from playing a card game, I
Hmm.
assume. And it says, although the scene was only a few seconds, it took the whole day to film it. It seems like everything in life is like that. I really think work is getting tough. But once the job was done, the feeling of accomplishment is hard to describe. Being together with the crew made me feel as though I've finally found a place where I belong. For this reason, no matter how tough things get, I will still keep on singing. And she's sleeping with her assistant. Not naughty sleeping, like
Not
actually
naughty
asleep.
sleep. I was like, Kirsten, you're gonna have to clarify that.
No, they're like asleep. Like
Yeah,
they're asleep like Nana and Hachi.
yeah, and they're
It's
like,
actually similar
they like passed out because they're
to
just
that
tired.
classic image that's used on everything.
Hmm.
And then it's the Fox dude. Is this the Fox one? No, this
Yes.
isn't the Fox one. No, this
Uh,
is the other guy. The Fox
yeah,
one's also old. He doesn't have a mustache.
right. This is
This is the
Matsuo.
this is the producer guy, and he's like, "Good, okay, thanks everybody."
Just like that.
Right, exactly like that. And Nana's in the sound box, and she's like, "It's over? Was it really that good?" And producer guy's like, "Good enough. The way she's singing now, no matter how many times we record, it will still turn out the same." And he looks like, I don't know, what's the word? Annoyed.
Uh, it's like yeah, it's like annoyed, I guess, resigned,
Yeah.
exasperated.
Yeah, I was thinking exasperated too. Resigned
Hmm.
is good. That's a good one. Um, I don't have the energy to demand for any more. He's smoking his cigarette. And then little raccoon dude is like, "So, you mean that was Nana's best recording result? That's good." And then Nana's like angry and is like, "What?" And the other dude, producer dude, but he's like, I don't know, he looks kind of chill. He's wearing like a bowling sweater, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also got a skinny mustache, but his is even skinnier. And he's like, "It's okay, Nana. The parts that were too high for you, I'll fix it digitally." He's the music mixer. Kai Atsushi, age 40. And then somebody in the back, oh, that's the little raccoon guy. He's talking to Shin, and he's like, "I think you better start practicing hard for the concert so you don't embarrass yourself." Wait, he said that to Shin?
No, no, this is so that's Matsuo and he's talking through the like intercom thing at
Oh, he
Nana.
is, because the way that the little line is it makes it look like raccoon guy is telling Shin that.
Right.
And then he's like, "If you do the music magazines, we'll give you a bad review." And then Nana's like, "Shut up, let me sing it again." And Nobu is laughing at her, and so is and so is Yasu. And then their little assistant dude, and it's like, they don't know Nana very well.
Hmm.
And then slimy producer guy is like, "Ah, the recording is finally done. Let's go fish in the lake. Break time." And Yasu's like, "Great." And Shin is very excited, and it says, Yukata, and like he's like there's little fish like coming out of his head.
Yep.
And then Raccoon Guy is like, "So that's why you chose here." And Nobu's like, "Because of that?" Oh, so he is the fox dude. Okay. And it says, "The fox has finally shown its tail." And Nana's like, "Matsuo!" It's like charged through the door. It says, "The reason Gaia forced you guys to stay in the mountains for the recording was probably because they wanted the whole team to become closer." And Nana is like pulling the the fox guy's sweater, and is like,
Hmm.
"Let me sing it again!" And she's like yelling, and he's like, "Shh, the fish will run away." And Raccoon Dude is like, "By the way, why did your wife leave you?" He's like, "Dot dot dot." There's no answer. And Nobu's like, "What are you trying to catch, Yasu?" And Yasu's got like a bag of chips in the end of his reel.
I think he caught trash from the.
Oh, did he catch? Okay. And
Hmm.
Yasu's like, a new species of fish. And Shin's like, huh? A water snake? And then the assistant guy is like, shit, water snakes aren't fishes. I don't really know what they are either. And then it goes on to the email again, and they're all like goofing around. And Nana is like, help me convince him. And he's like, has a worm over the music mixer's head, and he's laughing. He's like, get away, let go. Everybody's like having fun. And it says,
Hmm.
the people whom are working with Shin will be like family, supporting you all the way. The time you spent together recording in the mountains will be very memorable. Let's both work hard and achieve our dreams. And we have a scene change.
We do. We're back at Hachi's parents' house, and her mom says, "Tell us about your family, Takumi. How many brothers and sisters do you have?" And Hachi looks at him and says, "You have a big sister, right?" And her dad says, "No one's asking you, Flip." Her mom says, "Daddy." And she said, "You're so immature. It's like I have 4 kids. Lord help me." Sisters, her older sister's sitting over there with like a sweat drop and the dot dot dots. And Nami is just like wiggle, 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 wiggle in her seat. And Hachi says, "Let me talk sometimes too. I'm bored." Middle child syndrome. And Takumi says, "But you don't know much about my family." And her dad says, "Excuse me?" And he's got like kind of the angry tick.
Oh,
And he's,
interesting.
oh yeah.
Yeah, because he says, you don't really know anything about my family, kid. And her dad is like, kid?
Kid. Kid. Uh,
And he's
and
like, sorry, I mean, yeah.
so yeah, he says for in mine he's like, "Forgive me." And Nami all of a sudden just says, "Don't worry about it. You can talk to me like that too." I'm like, "What way, Nami? Calling you a kid?
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
no,
know."
that's what she says in mine because he doesn't call her kid in yours.
Mm-mm. He does
Right, and
not.
that's this whole exchange. The dad is irritated because he calls Nana kid, and he's like, "Sorry, I mean," and then Nami's like, "It's all right. You can call me kid if you like."
And Hachi says, "No way. Back off, girl. And you talk weird." And
She says that's
Takumi's
so wrong in mine.
Takumi's eyes are like bugging out of his head. And then the dad says, "Nami, go out and get us some sake." And the mom says, "Yes, and fixings for sukiyaki." She says, "What? No, I don't know what to get. Meat?" And the older sister says, "Come on, I'll take you, Nami. Okay, heart, don't you want to show that bag off?" And Takumi's having the best time of his life
He's
right
laughing
now.
so hard. He's laughing
Right,
so hard watching the parents try to push her out.
right. And Hachi's like, "Do you like Nami? Please don't go there, all right?" And the mom says, "Please excuse us. Nana and Nami are crazy kids." And Hachi says, "Why me? Don't just lump me together with Nami." And Takumi, much like Nana, says, "Oh no, it's fun here. My mother was sick, so my family was quiet and serious. I always seem to be attracted to people who are upbeat and outgoing." And Hachi has a memory of Nana when she was there, um, and when she said, "So it's kind of weird being around this happy family scene." And the dad says, "I see. Well, we guarantee that Nana is at least healthy. She never even gets a cold, 'cause fools don't catch colds." And her mom says,
Because
"So
fools don't catch colds?
fools don't catch colds."
Oh, it just says she has never caught a cold in her life.
'Cause fools don't catch
I
colds.
don't know what that means.
Um, he's calling his daughter stupid, and you're like, if you're stupid enough to fall, if you're too dumb, like you're too dumb to even catch a cold, like it just passes you
Oh, I
by.
gotcha. Okay, I'm sorry you had to explain that to me.
No,
That's
it's
just
fine.
very silly.
No, it's fine. Uh, her mom says, "So, how is your family now?" And Takumi says, "My mother passed away 6 years ago. My sister married a man from the neighborhood and they live with my father. They have 2 kids." And her dad says, "Well, then, we should go pay them a visit soon. We should visit your mother's grave, too." And her mother says, "Of course." And Takumi's got like a sweat drop and he goes, "Oh, no, it's all right." And the dad says, "Why not?" And Takumi looks kind of nervous and he's like, "My father is an alcoholic. He can't even talk to people at this point. I'm sorry." And the dad's like, "An alcoholic? That must be really hard." And her mom says, "But we should at least meet him." And Takumi says, "No, you really don't have to. He didn't go to my sister's wedding or even my mother's funeral. I don't want to invite him to our wedding. I don't want him to ruin it." Now Hachi's looking sad, and she's thinking about when he said, "If the father's bad, the baby will grow up to be bad too. I'm the perfect example." And then Takumi's like, "By the way, about the wedding venue, please look this over." And he pulls out like a packet. It goes flip. And the dad says, "What are you, a traveling salesman?" And the mom says, "Talk like a normal person. Daddy, what the..."
I
And
hate that she calls him daddy in yours.
did she not call him that in
No, she
yours?
calls him his name, Ato-san.
Ato
Yeah.
Ato-san?
Atou-san.
Atu
Atou. It's
Atuo-san?
Aotou. Otou.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Otio.
I hate that she calls him daddy. It's weird.
It's You're like, "No, not that." Well, Takumi's having a great time still. He's just laughing. And Hachi's thinking about Shin when he said, "I wish I'd been born as your child, Hachi." And then there's a scene change.
Bam. That's what it says.
Oh.
It says bam. And it's Rira in bed waking up. And everybody's still asleep. Naoki's on the couch. And then the table has like an ashtray. They were playing cards and they were drinking. And there's a knock knock. And she says, Ren? And opens the door. And then it's Ren's head, the side of his head. And cigarettes on the floor and in the toilet. And Ren is passed out in the bathtub. And then she spills open the cigarettes. And one of them is not a cigarette. And then she flushes it.
Yeah, so what is that? Uh,
Um, so like the thing is, Ren's drug use. Because okay, so like Ren does heroin.
I thought he did cocaine too.
Uh, no, you could snort heroin.
Oh, I thought that wasn't, well, not like it's none of it's
Were
good for
you gonna say
you.
I thought that wasn't good?
Yeah, I was just like, I thought you're not supposed to do that with heroin.
Uh,
None of
no, but
it's
I wanted to make
good.
sure I knew Ren did heroin. But yeah, there's a whole subreddit about it. Hold on. Ren's drug use. And also like drugs aren't very common in Japan. But like
Mm,
here's the thing though is Aizawa also has like it's not this isn't the only story with a character who does heroin.
mm,
Um but yeah.
mm.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that
Um
Rira knew that it was in his cigarette pack.
well, I mean like it's not new for him to use.
Mm,
He's passed out in the bathtub.
yeah.
He stayed up later than everybody else. It's not, I don't know, I don't think that that's an uncommon thing if you know that somebody uses at all. Um, but like, she knows Ren.
Hmm.
This is just the manga's first introduction.
Yeah.
Um, And so, like, yeah. Yeah. But I mean, mm, yeah, I always just thought that Ren did heroin.
Mm. I guess I would explain like the shakes that we see later because I'm like, I don't recollect anyone that I've ever known that did like cocaine where they get shaky.
Mm, depends on what the
Paranoid.
use is.
Oh yeah, paranoid, but not yeah, but not shaky.
It depends on how much they've used and if they're coming down and if they're an addict. But yeah, he does show come down of heroin. He's also passed out right now. If it was coke, he would not be passed out
Mm.
unless it was like much later.
Yeah.
Um, he would still, he'd probably, and also he probably would have cleaned,
Hmm.
and he wouldn't be just sitting. You know what I mean? Like it would be a different thing. Um, that that would that situation would look very differently
Hmm.
than what we're seeing right now.
So he's there. He's just in the bathtub.
Yeah, he's passed out in the bathtub, sitting in the bathroom, smoke. But like, also look at what is in the toilet is not like cigarettes, right?
Mm.
Like that's the same as this other one that she pulled out.
Hmm.
And so she goes to wake him up, and she's like, "Ren, you'll catch a cold if you sleep here." And then he opens his eyes and goes, "Phew." And then she's like, "All right, get up, good boy." Because did he like pull her in? Yeah.
Yeah, he's like hugging her.
Yeah. Um, and it says "Oi, Rira-san," and there's a bunch of dots, and then the assistant girl walks in, and she's like, "I'm sorry, I accidentally dozed off. Did Hanjo-san drink too much? Is he okay?" And Rira's like, "Yes, he's like this all the time." So she covers for him,
Hmm.
and it says, help me get him to bed." And then it says, "Shin, the lighter that you left for me, I regret leaving it in Japan and not bringing it here. My reason was so that I wouldn't carelessly lose it, but without it, it doesn't feel safe. Cherishing something is so hard. On the 27th, I'll board a plane back to Japan. When are you returning to Tokyo, Shin? I really want to talk to you while looking into your eyes. I think looking sincerely at someone is like looking at yourself. If you avoid the gaze, that means you just lost. I don't want to lose. Surizawa Rira. And then there's the planes. And we've got a scene change with messages.
We do. And it says, Ren, a message for Nana. I got back from the UK today. Please call me. And it's Nobu's phone. He's holding it up in front of Nana's face as there's like a chugga chugga. And he's asked, You read it? And she says, Yeah. And then he sits back down. And it's the think boxes. And it says, Our week long recording boot camp went off without a hitch. We're on our way back to Tokyo, but we can't even go home because of the paparazzi.
I found an issue.
What's the issue?
This messes up the Yahoo space-time continuum.
Is it the date?
Yeah, because it says the 8-day and 7-night recording session.
Oh.
Huh?
Again, a rift, a tear.
Yep, exactly.
And then the guy with the shaved head is like, "What are you reading, Shin? So you're a bookworm?" And and Shin says, "A porn novel. Mika bought it for me at the newsstand." And then Mika, who is apparently their makeup artist and hair, age 37 and married, says, "So how do you like it, Shin? Heart?" And I'm like, should we be buying? It doesn't matter. It
It
doesn't
doesn't
matter.
even say porn in mine.
Oh,
It says, "What are you reading, Shin?" So you're a bookworm. And he's like, "A dirty novel. Mika bought it for me." So it's a dirty novel. It's a novel.
it's a novel. Well, porn novel, dirty novel. It's got sex in it.
Uh, I think that in my brain, porn has to have like imagery.
Well,
Smut
that's
doesn't require imagery because it's in your head.
true. It's written by Aya Yazawa, though, but we'll get there. Because that's what it says on the book. The the shaved head guy's like, now, Mika, you can only touch him from the neck up. And Shin says, I don't like it at all. And she says, You don't? And Nobu says, Shin will always one up you, Mika. There's no point in teasing him. He's like, But I'm learning things in here. And the name of the novel is uh the Moral Woman? Hold on. I read you a second ago. The Married Woman Next Door by Aya
Well,
Yazawa.
that is not what mine is called.
What's it called?
The Neighbor's Wife, and when you look it up, it references Gokenjo.
Oh.
And it is considered 17 plus.
Oh, I'm just like, is he saying he doesn't like Gokenjo?
But yeah. So I'm like, it's not porn.
It's not right. Nobu says, What are you learning? The Married Woman Next Door. And then we have the think boxes, and it says, Now we're being thrown into the agency's so called dorm. It's just called the dorm. And
Yeah, so like in mine, they're just being quarantined in a hotel. Like it's not a dorm. They're just it says that from the day on we were quarantined in the hotel by Gaia's workers, although we call it a hotel. Um, it's no different from a normal apartment.
mm, and I don't know if that, yeah, I don't know if it's like a scene change here because we're going to the place.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like the shaved head guy is like the residents are all people in our agency. It's just a regular apartment building. You'll each have your own room. There's no curfew and no yapping dorm mother, but it has good security and facilities, so
And
things are
comfortable.
comfortable.
As
Hmm?
long as I can have a good rest, anywhere will do.
Yeah,
And now we have a scene change.
yeah. They're in room 602.
We're room 602. And Nana opens the windows and then she sees some other windows on the other side and they're really cute. They have little hearts on them. And the manager dude is like, "Ah, it's better if you don't draw the curtains." Is that a love hotel?
It is.
Yeah, okay. Across from us is a motel heart. Nana is just like glaring and he's like, but I don't think they'll be drawing any curtains either. And Nana's like, how can you say this place is relaxing? Even the sunlight can't enter this room. And he's like, it also has a toilet and bathroom. Nana goes into the bathroom. Where's the bathtub? And he's like, you really have a lot of complaints. Who do you think you are, anyway? If you want to get what you want, all you have to do is succeed. Starting from tomorrow, your schedule is going to be full. So work hard and do your best. And this he's saying this as he's walking out. And she's like, "Wait, Jinpai," because he slams the door. And she's like, "Where's the phone?" And he goes, "There's a service center on the first floor." She's like, "A service center? You should at least get me a cell phone. It's hard to work like this." And he's like, "That's the service center." And she goes to the service center and dude is like asleep and snoring. And it says the security guard is sleeping on duty. Isn't that useless then? And he's like, If he is so bored that he falls asleep, it shows that it's really safe here. Okay, I'll come pick you up at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Make sure you don't simply run out. And then there's like narration boxes. This is weird. Our recording agency is really weird. First of all, the chairman is really weird. And now she sees a picture of the chairman, and he's like kind of greasy and wearing a pinstripe suit, and it says "Work hard." And then they're all just like looking at it, but then Shin is like, "Yes!" And it says, "No, I shouldn't judge a book by its cover." And then she's like, "Genpai is also." Yeah, he is. Jinpai, Jinpai, Ginpai. Jinpai, Ginpai. Probably Ginpai.
Probably Genpai.
Yeah. And so the security dude, he's got like really sharp features. It says,
Mm.
and the guard, and she's glaring at him, and then he's awake now, and he's like, "Who are you, miss?" And she's like yelling, and she's like, "I'm Nana from Blackstones. Didn't I just introduce myself?" And he's like, "Oh, what is it?" And he lights a cigarette. And then she's like, "Did you even realize it?" "I want to use the phone." And he's like, "Just use it. You don't have to pay." And so now she picks up the phone. She's like side eyeing him and he's yawning. And it says, "Talking on the phone for a long time is the first step to being a thief." That's what the sign says.
Right? Like
What?
step one,
Excuse
talk
me?
a long time.
Right. This is the first step to being a thief.
Step two, become a
Step
thief.
two, become a thief.
Step three,
Uh,
profit.
right. Step three, profit. Step four, maybe get arrested.
Maybe.
So she hangs up the phone and then she's like, "Forget about it." And she's thinking, it wouldn't be nice if someone overheard our conversation. And then
Hmm.
he's just like side-eyeing her now. And she's like, "I'll use Nobu's cell. You don't have to be polite, miss." Because she's like not being polite. So she goes to the elevator and then she's like, "But then if I called, what would I say? We can't see each other in the meantime anyway. If he wants to care only when he feels like it," and she hits the button to the in the elevator to go up, "then it's better if he didn't care at all."
Hmm.
Can I say that to him? It must be because the air is polluted here. That's why I hate Tokyo. And she's on floor 5 and it says, "Ah, Blackstones, I know." Scene change.
um, there's somebody just like
There's chatting.
there's chatting, yeah, and it says, "Really, really?" And there's someone who's saying, "Yeah, you're famous in a way, Heart." He says, "No, no," because it's Nobu, and he's like, "No, no, not like you." And the person says, "What? You know who I am?" And Nobu says, "Because you're famous in a way, Heart." And then there's a giggle as someone says, "That's so cool. Hey, please come in." And Nobu says, "What but?" And then there's this very delicate hand with
Is it delicate? Because in
delicate.
mine it says whack.
What? Well, there's a smack, but that's from Nana later. It's
Oh,
because
you mean her hand pulling his in.
yeah,
Okay.
there's female hands and they are touching Nobu and it says, "It's cool, get in here, Heart." And then there's a smack as Nana hits Nobu upside the head. She says, "What are you doing, Shorty? Getting some?" And she's got like the angry tick, and he goes, "No, I'm just saying hi to my next door neighbor." And he's got like a bandage on top of his head where she hit him. And there's this really pretty girl who honestly kind of looks like Hachi.
She looks like Hachi. It's not a kinda. She looks like
She looks like
Hachi.
Hachi. And she's got big, beautiful eyes, and she's like, "Nah." And Hannah's just like recoils. Says she's beautiful. She's a celebrity. Thump them, and her heart is just like going, and she's got the nosebleeds, and her heart is
She
thumping.
has the nosebleeds. She has the nosebleeds.
Mm-hmm.
And says a beauty. It's no wonder she's well known. Heart beats faster.
Right. And Nobu's got the dot dot dots. And she says, Eek, it's really you, Nana. Heart. Can I have your autograph? Heart. And there's all the sparkles. And then back in room 501, it's Shin. And he says, say what? Yuri Kosaka? And Yasu says, the porn star? And he's reading the residence guide. And Nana looks
See, in mine it says the
satisfied.
AV one.
AV1. What are you
Yeah.
reading, Yasu?
No, that's his says How to Steal Hearts. That's what the book says. But he
Oh.
doesn't call her a porn star. He calls her an AV1. I'm gonna
Oh.
Google it. Oh God, my Google search is gonna be horrible. I'm gonna get a knock on my door.
AV1 and heroin all in the same day. Your FBI agent is like, what is happening over here?
I know.
Is she okay? Should I
Asking me
call
if I want
somebody?
to get help. I mean, now granted, if you need help, please. Like don't hesitate, you know. I don't want yeah. Okay, AV means adult video.
Okay.
Mhm. It's in the Urban Dictionary.
Mm.
I think I want to start saying AV instead of porn.
That's fair.
Yeah. It also means audio video.
Well, there's
The
definitely
AV Club.
audio.
The AV Club.
The AV Club, yeah.
Yeah. But it can mean porn in Japanese.
Mm.
It also means audiovisual, hence its use in the words AV something in Japanese. I don't know.
I don't know.
But it means
Look,
porn in Japanese.
in Nana's face though, she's like satisfied. Like she caught them out at something and she's like, y'all seem to know her well. Heart and all three boys just have all the dot dot dots above their heads.
Uh-huh.
She's like, what sort of agency is
They are all aware of her and she looks like Hachi.
right?
There's some questionable thoughts going on.
All right. She's like, what sort of agency is Shikai Corporation? Why do they have a porn star on their roster? And Yasu says, well, she used to be an idol. She didn't sell, so she took her clothes off. And Nana says, you sure do know a lot, Yasu. Heart. And he's got dot dot dots as he just kind of puts the magazine closer to his face. And she says, I never heard of a co-ed dorm before. What a lawless flophouse. And Shin says, so Jin said they call it the dorm. He's reading the dictionary. And Yasu says, maybe they only put people here who need to be here or need to hide out. And Nobu says, yeah. Yuri's probably loaded. She's been in so many pornos. So why is she holed up in a dump like this? And Hana's thinking, Yuri? Because he's using her first name when he's talking
Well,
about
he
her.
says Yuri-chan in mine.
Oh, so he's calling her the cute
Uh-huh.
name.
Yeah. Oh, and then it says it right there. AV stars are Japanese porn stars. Ugh.
Oh, see?
I didn't have to look anything up.
It was there.
There
And
the
Nana,
whole time at the end of the page.
right. And Nana grabs Nobu by the shirt. She's like, Nobu, you better switch rooms with me. He says, why? And she says, I don't want to endanger her with a big bad wolf like you living next door. And he says, I'm not going to do anything. She's a professional, as if she'd go for me. And Nana says, I don't care. Switch with me. And there's a thump because he changed rooms,
Yeah, because he's not gonna tell Nana no.
right? He says, why are you being so hardcore? Not that I care which room I'm in. And she says, Nobuo, I don't care if you jack off to pornos. Go ahead and relieve your frustrations. And he's got the dot dot dots. And she says, I just don't want you to forget about our joint operation. He turns around super confused. He's like, Operation? And she's got the angry lines and she grabs his shirt again and she says, Operation Win Back Hachi. We vowed to fight together, so you can't get with other ladies. And Nobu says, what are you talking about? I think you misunderstood. And she says, "Misunderstood? You were hanging all over Yuri." And he says, "No, not about that." "You bet I was. Sorry." And he says, "I'm not fighting to get Hachi back. They're separate issues. Hachi and the band are two different things." And Nana looks really shocked. She's got the big eyes. And he says, "Why do I have to help you keep Hachi in your ring? I've totally given up on her, for real. So just do what you want."
Okay,
And
so the phrasing is it's not different, but it is the cadence is different because he's asking her. He's like, "I don't need to win Hachi back with any battle. Aren't those two different things?" Question mark.
mm,
Hachi has nothing to do with the band, right? Anyhow, you were the one who wanted to keep her in your garden. Why should I be the one to look after her? I've already given up on her. You fight your own battle.
mm, she's got
But I think
big
him
ears.
like asking Nana those questions makes
Yeah.
the tone different.
And kind of makes more sense for what's about to happen.
Yes, exactly.
Because she's like, "But," and he's like, "What? Back off, girl." And then she thinks, "What am I fighting for?" And Nobu just kind of looks, he's looking at her, and Nana goes to her collar and is like taking it off of her neck. And she's thinking, "It's a stupid question. We have to fight to get our music recognized in the mainstream. Hachi has nothing to do with it." And Nobu's really worried now, and he says, "Nana?" And she's still thinking, Nobu can go out with whoever he wants. But then where and how do Hachi and I stay connected? I can't go back to that place, and even if I did, Hachi's not there. And we have kind of a scene change.
Yeah, it's a scene change. She doesn't take her collar off though. That's important. She's like pulling it away from her neck.
It just kind of looked like where the finger placement was, like she's going for
Yeah.
the latch.
Isn't that a point where she's like hyperventilating, like having a panic attack?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
full panic attack.
So it's Shin and he says, "Yasu, what does this phrase mean?" And Yasu looks down and he's like, "Falsehood, the lie." And Shin is like, "Thanks."
Hmm.
And then his phone rings because Shin doesn't know Japanese very well. And it says
Yeah.
Nobu. And Yasu answers and he's like, "Hi." He's like, "Hi." And Nobu's like, "Yasu." Oh no, I made my window small. There we go. Nana, she's bam, crash. And then Yasu's there because he opened the door. The bam was him, like, he ran really fast. He blinked.
Mhm.
He got beamed up.
Yep.
Yeah. Um, and so Nana's like crumpled over Nobu's lap, having a hard time breathing. And Yasu's like, "Shin, call an ambulance. Dial 119." And Shin's like, "What's the address?" He's like, "Ask the security guy downstairs." And he's like, "Right." And now there's a girl walking out. And she looks over and she looks into the door. And Nobu is like, she was talking and then suddenly she had difficulty breathing, like she was in pain, like an attack or something. And Yasu's like, "Nana, are you okay? The ambulance is coming." And then now Yasu's holding her and he says, "Don't worry, don't worry. I'll be by your side. I won't go anywhere." And now Nobu looks sad and Nana's crying and then this girl. She's just
Well,
standing in the doorway. She's Uncanny Valley right now.
she's Uncanny Valley.
In
I've never.
general,
Yeah, I'm not
I love
convinced this.
her. I'm
Yeah,
such a fan. She's so weird. I love her.
I'm also not convinced that this isn't just you.
It might
Like,
be. I
like
love her. I love her so much.
I do love this character too, but just like what she says, I'm just like, ah, that's such a Kirsten thing to say.
I
Like,
mean, yeah, she's just standing there and she's like, "I think it's excess breath." And Nobu's like, "Huh?" And she's like, "Although it hurts as though you're going to die, but you'll never die." And then Nobu's like just looking at her and she's like, she says a living hell and walks away.
Walks away. Goodbye, Kirsten
Good day.
Stanton.
Good day. And Nobu's like, hey, don't go. And Yasu's like, Nobu, do you have a paper or plastic bag? And he's like, huh? And Yasu's like, don't ask, just find one. And I really love her bedroom too, by the way.
Yeah.
It's so cute. She's got a little fish tank.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's back in her room feeding her fish. Like, now's the time to feed fish.
It's
And
the
it says,
time to feed fish.
now's the time to feed fish. And it says, Hachi, the more you struggle, the deeper you'll fall in. That's the frailty of human beings. And it's the girl, and she's looking at her beta fish. She has a beta fish colony, which I love, which is like, I've always wanted one. They're really hard to keep. You have to have a very big tank. And it says, if I had a next life, I'd rather be a fish. Just me and Ren swimming in a small, tiny fishbowl. And then it's a shot of them in the bathtub. Mm-hmm. Any final thoughts?
I hate it. No, I just like when I remember seeing like the panel, when Rira goes in and she's like dumping out all of his stuff and she finds that one cigarette that's not a cigarette. The first time I read it, I was like, oh no, that's not gonna, that's bad. That's probably not gonna end well.
I mean, it's only fitting though that someone has to
Yeah, it just
because of
hurts.
all the topics that are covered.
Yeah, it's just point of pain. But
Well, and
yeah.
like later we'll find out like more
Mm-hmm. But that's
about
kind of,
it.
yeah, that's kind of it though.
I
That's
mean,
all.
yeah, if you are using though and you need help, like please. Like and like if you don't, I don't know, find a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
I know that the helplines don't work. I know that most rehab centers, they just dry you out
Mm-hmm.
and then send you back out and then you just relapse because that's how they make their money.
Yeah, they don't
Um,
give you the tools.
I also know like a lot of NA, that's just the easiest place to get stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's tough. So find a good NA or AA. AA is probably better than NA, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
even if it is for substance abuse and not necessarily alcohol. Um, but yeah, there's resources out there
Yeah.
for sure.
And that's it for this
And
chapter,
that's it for this
guys.
chapter. And I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I've been up since 5:30, even though I'm on vacation and wanted to sleep until noon.
So find us on the Instagram before Kirsten turns into a pumpkin
I'm gonna
at
turn into a pumpkin early. I'll turn into pumpkins at midnight. It's not even 9 o'clock yet.
It's not, but you
We're
know
usually
what?
not done for like another 2 hours.
I know, right? Like it's okay because it's pumpkin season.
It's
So
pumpkin season, it's eclipse season, it's Scorpio season, it's all the seasons of all the things,
yeah.
and soon we're gonna have daylight changing times, and I don't like that
Mhm.
either because then we gotta wake up earlier, and like that's stupid, and like
Mhm. We Oh yeah, and next Tuesday is Halloween, so we probably won't be recording because I'm gonna go trick or treating with our neighbors.
fine. I'll be in Denver. So
But yeah,
yeah.
apartment
Anyway,
707 underscore. Get get, we have a Tumblr. We have things.
we have things. You can find us on our things.
Yeah,
Um,
come go find us.
yep, yep. You can find us. We're available.
You.
Maybe not to talk to you, but for you to watch us.
Yes.
Okay, goodbye forever.
Forever.
And we have
Yeah.
another interview, but I don't want to read it.
That's okay.
It's the guy who plays Shin,
Mhm.
and it's titled "Leaving Shin Um, enigmatic until the end was a success.
Hmm.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. Do we have comments?
That's where I'm going now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm too tired to read all. Ugh. Okay, there we go. I accidentally moved my thing back. We do have comments. Oh, we do. But not very
Oh.
many. There's only. Wow, it's a short night. This is kind of nice because I'm very tired. Um, there's only 3. So the first one's Painkiller a year ago, and it says, "How come no one's commented?" Question mark.
Oh, I came here to say that.
My
Okay.
God, no, it keeps going. They're like, well, I'll make a list of little things that were interesting to see in this chapter. Thanks, Painkiller. You never fail us. It says how Hachi remembered Nana with Takumi's words, which is consistent with the comment I left in the previous chapter. LOL. I don't. What part? How Hachi remembered Nana with Takumi's words. Oh, the little flashback.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Nana's nosebleed because of that pretty lady was kinda
It was kind of nothing. You stop that.
uh Painkiller isn't a Hachiko team Hachiko.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah, they argue, right? Yeah,
They,
they
yeah,
don't
they
support each other, that's for sure.
no.
Number 3, Nana seems like a girl boss and all, but when it comes to emotional intelligence, she's so dumb.
She's only 20.
But also she is dumb for 20. She doesn't have the emotional intelligence because she was neglected. And it's just
Mm-hmm.
a certain facet of emotional intelligence.
Right.
And she just has an anger problem,
Mm-hmm.
right? She's not wise like Shin, okay? You can't compare anybody to Shin,
No.
okay? It says, this is no news, I know, but like, how can she think Ren does not care about her? She's 20.
Yeah, I'm like,
He really doesn't talk to her unless like they're together. That's how?
yeah.
Like, it'd been a week or 2 weeks. How long has it been?
It's
9/11.
it's 9/11, so it's been an
It's like
eternity.
2 weeks after, right? 2
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
'cause
they were going to England for 2 weeks. 2 weeks
yeah,
without talking? I think
yeah.
that's kind of a thing to think that someone doesn't care about you. Um,
Mhm.
and he's like, he never gave off that impression. What's more, she thinks she can't be Hachi's friend if Hachi's not near the band. What? The two Nanas just suffer because they want to. At this point, poor emotionally dumb babies. They suffer because they don't know how to talk to each other because they haven't learned healthy communication styles yet.
Right.
That's why.
That's the reason,
That's the whole thing. And that's the whole story. Okay? If you take all that away, we don't have our story anymore.
right? We don't have
The next
connection.
person, Agnieszka. Agnieszka. I don't know. Number 1, that AV actress looks like Hachi. Number
Mhm.
2, what the fuck is Ren doing? Number 3, Nana clearly in love with Hachi. I don't know what anyone said. I don't care what anyone says. No, I don't know what anyone says. IDK, what anyone says. Um,
Well, to the second point, Ren's doing drugs. That's what he's doing.
Ren is doing drugs. To the first point, yes, and I really like that he started making a bullet pointed list, so the next commenter 3 months ago did too.
Oh man.
That's really funny. Um,
Sequential.
right? Yeah, I really like that. Nana loves Hachi, and that doesn't make her in love with Hachi. And then
It's
yeah, Ren
true.
is doing drugs, and that AV actress does look like Hachi.
Yes.
And then Leah says, "Is Ren ingesting drugs?"
Yes.
Yes. Also, I really hope Ren and Nana work out the problem. They both clearly love each other so much, but can't communicate them due to stuff. What even are these stuff? I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to say.
I don't know what you're trying to say either. That's been my
Can't
day.
can't communicate them due to stuff.
I
Can't
mean,
communicate the feelings
yeah.
due to like their life.
Mhm.
What even are these stuff?
What is stuff? Stuff is a lot.
Stuff is the fact that now they're both famous.
Yes.
And so the whole reason that they're here is because Nana is proud and stubborn,
Mhm.
and Ren knows that he can't like entrap Nana because that would never work.
Mhm.
Nana doesn't know how to exactly communicate what she needs, so everybody just waits for her to react and then mold themselves around the explosion. Um, and Nana, it's Nana's fault. And now
Yeah.
the stuff is that the mosquitoes
Yeah.
because they were doing good and now the mosquitoes are involved.
Mhm.
That's the stuff.
That's all the stuff.
It's the mosquitoes and Nana doesn't know how to communicate.
Yes.
Those are your answers.
Yes.